Hi everyone, welcome to Little Meatballs Nursery. I'm Sandra. Welcome if you're new here and welcome back if you're returning. So guys, how is everyone today? It is Thursday and I've been making videos. I don't know, like I said in my last videos, I just feel like, like I want to make them again. And there was a time there for a while where it was kind of just like dragging on. I was like, I don't feel like doing this. I don't want to do these videos anymore. And I really felt like it could be an end for me for YouTube. But I kept going and thinking and hoping and wishing that, maybe I will eventually feel like doing them again. And so I wasn't quick to like delete any videos or anything like that. I left them up. Um, and I'm happy I did because I got back into it. And it's really it feels really good. It does. So today we have Dominic. This is Dominic Giovanni, and no, he is not for sale. So if anybody's thinking that off the bat, like, oh my god, she's gonna no. I just wanted to show him today because I haven't really shown any authentic, artist reborns in a while. I only have two left, him and Jack, and I'll show Jack next time. But so I just wanted to show him, and he is done by Reborn Nursery, and yeah, I just wanted to show him because I haven't shown him in a while, and you know this is the first time I've picked him up in weeks, like a long time. Okay, um, I feel like I said, I look at them, but I don't really do anything with them. Um, he, I think I changed him once in the past month, something like that. Um, he's beautiful, beautiful to look at, beautiful to hold. Um, and I always loved the sculpt. The sculpt is what started it for me. Um, and I can't, I won't, like I said, I won't say like never because I don't like doing that. I just don't know what the future holds for me and my collecting, really. And that's kind of what I've been talking about all week, right? Um, I love looking at them, but I tend to, um, sometimes you just want to play with your babies, right? You want to play with your dolls. You want to play dolls. And I, I tend to um, be happier when I'm able to do more with the dolls. Okay, with these, sometimes you're afraid to pick them up, to touch them. You're afraid. Now they are cuddle babies, so it's not like I'm afraid of a rub or anything like that. I just feel like there's only so much you could do with a sleeping baby. Of course, they're great to hold and cuddle, and rock and stuff, but I don't really have time for that. I don't have time for that. I've noticed that my anxiety, I do have, still have of course, my days. And, you never know when a panic attack is going to come on. Um, but I don't find myself going for the dolls like I used to when I'm in that state. Um, I tend to be doing other things to help myself to calm down, to get out of that, panic and, just those feelings. So I am noticing that I don't actually go to them as much as I used to for comfort reasons. I will say that the silicone, I've been going for that. Um, I think it's the factor of like the squishable kind of factor, because like you could like just sit there and like it's like it's almost like a fidget toy, you know. Um, and I feel like it helps me more than just holding a weighted doll. Um, plus you don't feel like, and I know that's a lot of people collect replicas, you know, for that reason as well, that you don't have to worry so much. Yes, they're more affordable, um, but you don't have to worry as much that you're going to damage them, because if you do damage them, then, you're not out a ton of money. Replicas usually run under $100, and, they're replaceable. So if something happens, if you get it, whatever, a mark on it, ink, or, whatever, a limb falls over, or whatever the hell it is, you're having fun with your doll, you're dressing it, doing the hair, playing with it, role playing, whatever you're doing. But there's not that fear behind it that, oh my God, I just paid $1,000 for this doll, I can't touch it. So that's kind of the ongoing theme too this week with my videos, like just talking about the different pricing, the different levels of collecting. Now, speaking of different levels of collecting, now, I was going to give you a shout out, girl, okay? I want to give a shout out to a viewer, and I was, well, how do I put this? I was following her on Instagram. I still am. And I seen this picture she posted this morning, I think it was, or it came up on my feed this morning, of a beautiful baby. Okay, beautiful baby. I was like, wow, even the photography, everything, the background, I was like, oh my God, just blown away. And then I realized that it was Simone. And you will see her in the comments as Gizmo 4444, I think it is. Well, the numbers are before Gizmo, but that's what she is on Instagram anyway. Go check out her page. Go check out her beautiful babies. I'm blown away. Like, I was looking at all her pictures and I was like, oh my God, I was like basically drooling over these dolls. They're absolutely out of this world stunning, like on a totally different level of collecting, and probably something I would never see in my collection, or maybe, I don't know. Who knows what the future holds, right? But I was just blown away by the pictures. It's just stunning, just beautiful dolls, Simone. So that's what I mean by, a different, level of collecting. That's what you enjoy doing, and you're able to do that. Some people, have to stick within, their own budget and get what they could afford. So, that's why I'm saying sometimes we have to choose, right? A lot of times we have to choose. Well, everything is a choice. But for me, holding this baby, and I think, and then like we're gonna get Clark, and I'm gonna reveal his middle name to you. But I think the art is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It is. And I was just thinking about this, right? So I was looking at the dolls, and then I was looking at Clark and little Johnny. And then I was looking at them again and looking at Clark and little Johnny. And of course, you can't compare, right? Because they're two totally different opposite ends, of the doll collecting, right? So it's like, how do I put this? Each doll, right, brings you a different kind of joy, right? So like with those, I have fun with them. I can play with them. I'm not afraid to play with them. These you kind of just look at. And so I don't know. I think to myself, do I really want another, hand painted, authentic reborn, even if I could afford it, And I was thinking, and I think the issue I'm having with that is that I think I'm kind of moving out of the sleeping phase. I think that's what's not feeling it anymore, because when the dolls are awake, and you know what, when I was collecting, back in the day and all through these years, I always said to myself, I don't understand why somebody would want an asleep doll, because to me it looks, like it's not alive, and why would you want that, right? And if you hear banging outside, they're fixing the siding on the building. Anyway, so it's like, why would you want that in your collection? And I never understood that all these years of collecting, right? Never had a sleep doll. I remember when Lee Middleton Company came out with their first asleep dolls, and I thought that the face was cute, the face was adorable, but I'm like, I just don't, like, what do you do with a sleeping baby? I think that was my thing too, because I was always so involved with my dolls. I wanted to pick them up and look at them and have them look at me. And I always said this. I always said that if you're going to pay that much money for a doll, you want it to see you. You want it to see you. And now, obviously, it doesn't really see you, but the thought of it having eyes and it's looking at you, and it felt like more of a connection for me anyway, in my opinion. So I never understood that. And all through my collecting, never got a sleep baby. Until my first ever sleeping doll was the Sugar Kit. And I think that it might still be available. I'm not sure, but it was by Donna Rupert, I think her name is. And I got it in a trade, actually. And this was like, I don't know, 18, 19 years ago. Because Jack was a baby. So maybe 16, 17, something like that. And I remember looking at it, and I did think it was really cute, and so at that time, no. Well, that was my first artist one, but the Asleep, I got Emily, the Welcome Home Emily. That's the first one I had, and everybody thought she looked so real. I would carry her around. My mother-in-law was like, "Oh my gosh, she looks so real." Even my best friend at the time, who not hated dolls, but she wasn't a doll collector. She was like, "Why are you doing this?" And she even wanted to hold it. She was like, "Oh my God, it looks so real." So that was my first sleeping one. Okay. But that came after my Middletons. But anyway, so I did like Emily, but I wound up selling her. I had a reborn Emily too. I had one that was painted and rooted, and I sold her. I love the Emily sculpt, but I wasn't sure, like, at that time in my collecting, what to do with her. Okay. She just sat in the wicker carriage that I got from Cracker Barrel. It was a beautiful, like, one of those wicker, with the lace bedding and all that. But anyway, so she just sat in there, and I didn't do anything with her, So I wasn't really fond of the sleepers. I usually got awake because I interacted with them. I role played with them. I did, like, me and my mother-in-law. I remember my mother-in-law. She used to find all these really cool things, okay, at the flea markets and stuff. And she was a total crafty person, okay. She would get bottles of spray paint, or stain, like paint on the the wood stain. She would sand everything down. And so one time we found this little doll table and chair set. It was like probably for like American Girl size dolls. Had the cute 4 little chairs with the little heart cutouts in the back, and then it had the nice wooden table. It needed to be sanded. It was kind of rough around. She sanded everything down, and then she bought like this really pretty cherry wood stain for it. She painted everything. It looked beautiful. It looked brand new. She got 4 of her Middleton boys, okay, and she sat them each in one of the little chairs around the table. She got them all little baseball caps and put them backwards. And she put chips on the table, playing chips, and a deck of cards. And they were all, like, she put it so that they all had, like, 3 or 4 cards in front of them. Like, they were playing cards with chips, I I thought that was the coolest setup, you know. Um, we had at that time we had like Apple Valley dolls, so I was going crazy cuckoo ordering all different combinations of eye color, hair color, the style of the wig, you know, everything. If it was a toddler or a baby, I mean, you can pick the face, the eyes, everything. They sold kits as well that you could do yourself, but I usually got them done. Um, and we just had a lot of fun with the dolls, okay, with the awake dolls. Now, so I think, you know, throughout my collecting was mostly awake. Now, when I didn't want a sleeping doll, okay? When I seen this sculpt, you guys know the story already, okay? My brother just had passed, and I was looking on Mercari at Middleton dolls, and boom, this one came up, a reborn doll. And when I looked at him, it was like, boom, like, oh my God, that looks like Johnny. And I didn't get that particular one, but I wound up getting one and by the same artist that I seen, okay, but not at first. First, I went to a different artist. I've been through like 5 or 6 different Sams, okay, done by, I think, 3 different artists. So, um, this when I seen him, this is what started my collecting of the reborn asleep ones, okay? And then after I got my first Sam, I treated him like a real baby. I couldn't believe how real he looked. I bought him a swing and new diapers and nice, you know, Carter's undershirts and a bottle and pacifiers, everything. Got everything. I would go in the room. This is when I had the doll room. I would go in that room and I would just sit in there and I would hold him and rock him, and it was so cool. And then I got bit by the reborn bug and I wanted another one and another one. I know I couldn't afford it, you know? So I traded a higher end baby for a couple of, you know, lower end babies. So that's another question that I've been asking is like, do you do quantity over quality or quality over quantity? How do you do your collection, you know? And it really makes you think of like mine. Like when I'm asking you guys that, it makes me think of my own collection and what I want moving forward. Now, what I may want and what I could afford are 2 different things, you know? So what I mean, I guess, is that I really think that having an awake reborn in my collection would kind of spice things up a little bit, right? And I think I would have a better connection because you can do more with the awake babies, I feel. You know, you can like, they're alive, they're awake. Like a sleeping baby is comforting, yes, especially when it's a cuddle baby, you know, and it is comforting, but there's only so much you can do role play wise as well, you know, with an asleep baby. You can feed it the bottle, rock it, burp it, you know, put it away, put it in, you know, in the crib, whatever, wherever you're putting it. And that's that, you know, and call it a day. Whereas I feel like the awake, if I had one, okay, I know this because when I had the awake Ruby sculpt, okay, which was Capri, and then I renamed her Valentina. With that doll, I feel like I didn't know what I had until it was gone. She was the most realistic looking awake doll I've ever seen. And I regret selling her. I think that was a huge mistake, okay? But what I've learned, what I've learned through other dolls that I feel is a big mistake, like Olive, for example, is that sometimes even if you have a regret sale, right? Even if you're able to get that doll back, sometimes the same feelings aren't there anymore. So it's kind of a tricky situation. So it's kind of back to one of those things like you got to learn to appreciate what's in front of you, you know, and what you have. Um, I do think that at the time I also sold her because I needed the money. Um, Otherwise I wouldn't have sold her. And I think at the time all I had was her, Jack, and one other one that I think Olive. I think I had Olive, Jack, and no. She was in pictures with another girl. I forgot who I had. But it was the one that I felt was, I would be able to let go, but it turned out that I regretted it. My point being that when I had her, and she was an awake baby, when I had her, I felt more that gravity, that pull towards the bassinet, that pull to pick the baby up, that pull. Sorry, I just pulled my hair. Sorry. Hey, the wig's on pretty good because otherwise that would have came off. That would have been a real hoot, huh? Um, it would have been a real hoot to stay. Anyway, um, I had that pull towards the bassinet because every time I pass by, she's looking up at me. She's looking at me like, "Mommy, please come take me out." And so I think that that made me smile, definitely, and it made me want to do more with the doll. Versus having the sleeping doll and being like, they don't see you, they don't even know you passed by. You could leave them there another couple weeks and forget about it. With the awake one, like I said, you look, you see, oh, you want to come, you want to come out, you want to play, you want to do this, you want to do that, uh, so that's how I'm feeling, is like, I think to spice up my collection as well, and also feel like, more interactive with the doll. um I think I really would like an awake baby, reborn, besides the silicone, because the silicone you can always go on Amazon, whatever. um so I think that's what I'd like to try next. And we'll give it a couple days and see. And I think that you know that my view is going to stay the same. I think that that's what I need. And I've been saying, that I want to kind of venture out into different things with my collecting, different areas, different types of dolls, something that I don't have, and, you know, so while I've also seen, a lot of people have the silicones lately on their channels, I've also seen a lot of toddlers. Seem to be getting into toddlers more than the babies. And, then it makes you think about your own collection. Like I said, it's like, oh, well, maybe I should try something like that. Maybe that would help my collection. Maybe that would help me. Um, but you also want to be sure, right? Especially when you're on a budget. So, yes, I am playing with my wig. I kind of separated more on this side today, so it has more blonde in it, like blonde streaks. But I love this wig. I do. Speaking of wigs, Belinda, your wig looked gorgeous, darling. Love the red one. I love the pink one too, but the red one today was just outrageously great. um, is that even a word, outrageously? Or is it just outrageous? I don't know. Either way, you look cool. You look cool, Belinda. um, Belinda had a live, she had a live today also opening up McPherson, but I missed that one, which I was bummed about. But I think she said she's doing another live tonight, so I'll be sure to be with that one. But she did have one last night that I was able to make. And I had fun. It was fun. You always get the crazies coming in too, trying to say silly stuff. So that was nice. And then, so I did ask in yesterday's video for a middle name for Clark, and we're going to get him in a minute. He is such a handsome boy. Oh, so that's what I wanted to say too, is that as I'm looking at my two reborns, and then the silicones, which are right over here, we're gonna powder him, and I have a package to open too from Amazon. Um, is that I think the biggest difference for me, like, I guess is how you would describe maybe like clothing, like Walmart clothing versus Macy's or like high end, whatever. Um, is that the silicones I feel are disposable dolls. Okay, they're not gonna last forever. They're gonna, they're gonna, especially if you play with them, they're gonna eventually get, damaged, or, not all of them, but I'm saying there's more of a chance. Um, Whereas the authentic reborns, I feel that they would last a lot longer. Okay, like years and years. So I feel like that's kind of the trade-off for me, is that do I want something that's going to last for, many many years, um or do I want something that I'm able to enjoy more in the current moment, but not last forever? Isn't that my dilemma for my whole life? I think that's my anthem. Do I get something now, enjoy it, really enjoy the hell out of it, and then, maybe be sorry later? Or do I get something that I know is beautiful and it's going to last for a really long time, but I'm not too excited about it and I can't really play how I want to, in the moment? So it's like, and some people can't have both, right? You have to choose, right? Right now I have both. I have, the two silicones. Well, one is Danny's, but I take care of it. And then the two reborns. And so I want to spice it up a little bit. Like I said, throw in an awake reborn in the mix, and then maybe get another silicone for Christmas or my birthday. I already found another silicone on Amazon. I'm so excited. So excited. It's actually a 17-inch, I believe, so another an inch bigger. And I'm ordering a girl. I'm ordering a girl this time. But I don't know if that's now. This will be the test. This will be the true test. Um, all I'm saying is, you know what, guys? Collect what makes you happy. Collect what brings you joy. And I know a lot of people collect. Everybody collects for different reasons. You can collect your dolls because you want to just look at them. Some people don't even need waiting in them. You just display them and look at them and take pictures, and that's how you enjoy your babies. Some people love them to be extra heavy so they could, carry them around on their hip and it's like a real toddler or whatever, real baby. Some people enjoy just a regular, a little bit of weight, just enough to pat the bottom. Some people love the heavy head. Some people don't like that. Some people want the baby to be able to sit up straight on a shelf. There's all different types of collectors, and there's not a wrong way, there's not a right way in this. It's however you want your collection to be, however you enjoy your collection, because you're the one that has to enjoy it, right? You're the one that is looking at these babies. I mean, and not everybody has the same view of what looks good, right? What looks pretty, or what looks, so it's really an individual thing. Um, but anyway, so let's get to Clark, because we're going to powder him. First, I'm going to open the Amazon package because he does have an outfit in there that I'd like to try on him after. It is getting cold in here. We have the AC running, but it's, I would have worn my sweater. I told him not to. I would have worn my sweater because now I'm like shivering. It's supposed to cool down. I think there's like, I think after the weekend, it's going to cool down for good, because right now I think it's 80s, in the 80s. But it's supposed to cool. I'm like, where is the fall weather? Where is it? and it's another reason. It's like I look at him and I'm like, okay, like I ask myself these questions all the time about the dolls. It's like, am I holding on to him for a memory? Like, am I, or do I look at him and like really need to keep him, or am I holding on to him because it represents the beginning of my reborn journey? And I always ask myself questions like this, guys. Okay. Um, Sometimes I jump and make a mistake. Sometimes I think about it and then decide that, okay, this, maybe I could let this doll go. And then other times I'm like, no way, can't do it. And I'm noticing his ear. I haven't picked him up in so long that I'm like noticing these little details now. Look at that cute little ear. Oh, look at his face. I mean, it's just like the most perfect reborn face to me. Look at that. His hair is beautiful. No, I can never let him go. No, he is too gorgeous. He's too gorgeous. Now the body, to me, is on those plastic discs, but the legs, like, I don't know. I'm not too sure I like this body. I don't know. I might trade it for another body eventually. But for now, he's good. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. Let me go get Clark. All right, we got Clark over here. And look what I got yesterday. Yay! The brush came yesterday late. Amazon came at like 8:30. I'm like, what the hell? I watched Dancing with the Stars. Ooh, it was so good. Has it changed over the past 20 years? Yeah, definitely. I love Bruno. He's one of the judges. He makes me laugh every single time. Okay. They had amazing dancers, and I want to correct myself because in the other video I said that I knew that one of Alex Baldwin's daughter or whatever, it's his wife. It's his wife. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so my slippers are here. I ordered slippers from I think it's Montgomery Ward. So we'll see if they work. They are mucklucks, and I usually have luck with those because they run wider and more like a soft shoe than, But anyway, hopefully it'll go over my hump foot. Anyway, so got this yesterday. So very excited I'm able to powder him correctly this time. Oh, does it tickle, Clark? Huh? So, we're going to powder him. At least that's the plan. And then we'll put his new outfit on him. Oh, we got to open his outfit. And I'll open my slippers too. Fuck, why not? He's so squishy. Look at this. Okay, so got this yesterday to powder him. And what else was I waiting for? Oh, the outfit that we're going to open now. And then I should have shut the air conditioner off because it's freezing in here. Maybe I'll shut it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to powder him. So let's put him aside for a second. Or his brush or something over here. Something over here because I want to open my slippers. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Okay. Sorry, guys. I keep changing angles and all kinds of ways. They keep getting up. But anyway. So I shut the AC off because it's cold in here now. But now, look, now you're going to hear the hammer outside. I hope it doesn't sound that bad on the video. But, so I'm drinking my iced coffee. It's caramel pecan with half and half, of course, and my sweeteners. Now, I will usually get, which I will next week, I will usually get a pumpkin creamer. But last time I got pumpkin flavored coffee, so I was able to use the half and half, which was really good. But I have to remember to buy powdered creamer as well next month because if you run out of half and half or milk, then at least you have some kind of creamer for your coffee, which I need every day because if I don't have coffee, I need coffee every day. I'll get a huge headache, first of all, if I don't have coffee. Um, but anyway, this is a beautiful wig. This really is a beautiful wig. And it's holding up really nice, too. The bangs do get annoying sometimes, but you have to position it right. But anyway. Okay, so let's open the packages. First, I'm going to show you my slippers. Okay, let's open them together. Okay. So I ordered these. Okay, now, usually, yes, I would have to try on a shoe. Okay, because of my foot. But I was just like looking in the catalog and I was like, I need something for my feet because nothing was fitting. Right now I have just like these freaking $5 slides from Walmart and the thing doesn't even go over my foot, not by a long shot. So I've been just walking around barefoot because I don't have anything to put on my foot. So I said, let me take a chance with these, If they don't fit, then they go back, So where's my scissor? But you gotta try, right? Gotta try. And I'm pretty sure that, like, I read the reviews and they say that these are pretty, not stretchy, but they're not like, how do I put it? Like, over time, they go with your foot or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just see. Oh, they did send some more. Some catalog stuff. So look through that. And there they go, working over here. Sorry that you're hearing all that. Ooh, these look nice. Oh, they're more constructed than I thought. They do look big, which is good. It's good that they're bigger, but I just hope they didn't send me like a size up. No, it says large 9, 10. I'm a 10. So that's gonna be the issue, is that when they run like that. So here's what they look like in the bag. Let me take them out. I don't want to rip the bag in case I gotta go back. Oh, they do have like it's not a super hard bottom, but it is. I thought it was gonna be more of like a slipper. Oh wow, these are really fucking nice. Oh sorry. No, I'm not sorry. They're real fucking nice. Okay. So let's show you. Ooh. Now everybody's probably saying, Sandra, if you can't get your fucking foot in that. It's very nice. I love. Oh, it's totally lined in fur. Now I hope that might get me a little hot, especially with my hot flashes. But the reason I chose these, let's take this out of here, is because it has this. You see the back of this with the gathered? Me and the gathered back, right? I love my dresses like that too. So, and it has like a little handle, so it's easier for me to try and fit it. I figured I could slide in and then pull this back of my foot to get the slipper on. Kind of like a shoehorn that stays on the slipper. But my left foot gets bigger than the right foot. So it's if the left foot fits, then we're good. If not, then they gotta go back. So they have like the semi-hard bottoms. They're not extreme. They're flexible, you see, but they're not, like a shoe hard, And then it has the quilted up here, which I would imagine this would get dirty very fast, but they had black, but the black was $10 more than this color, and I refused to do that, like just for the color, So I'm gonna try this on quick, and then I'll be back. No, I'm not gonna show you. I'll be back. I'll be back. Hold on. Okay, I am so happy right now. I'm so happy. Okay, I might cry. I might cry. They fit. Okay, the left foot fits nice. Okay, and has little room in the toe. So, and my foot right now, I would say, is halfway swollen to what it could get. But my foot went right in, and I think because this, it helps with this fur. This definitely helped because I was able to, like I said, put my foot and then and it slid right in. Um, and the fur is nice and soft. Um, yeah, guys, look at this. If you have trouble like getting a shoe on, because your foot is so swollen, I would recommend this type because you, like I said, and I knew that when I seen it, I was like, yeah, I could just pull that right up for the back of my fat foot. And like I said, most of my swelling is in this area. So that's why I always look for a slide or something that's open more here. But when I seen this, that's why I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try that. And these are perfect for winter. You could probably wear these outside. I would say they have the nice what are these called, skids or whatever, so you don't fall. And these are muckluck, and you can find these at Walmart, I think. Um, but yeah, these are nice. What do you guys think? Look at that cute little design on the back. This is perfect for fall, right? My fall slipper shoes, house shoes, whatever you want to say. They have that nice design that goes all the way around the side. And then it has the fur all lined on the inside. I would imagine, though, I probably have to wear a sock, which is going to be a problem because socks don't fit me for shit. Um, but I would imagine that this fur would start to stink. Okay, from sweating and stuff, in the shoe. So I doubt these are machine washable, and I wouldn't even try. Oh, look what I got. A poison packet. Perfect. They always used to come in the boxes like with the new dolls. They still do. Oh, we got another one. Look at that. Lucky me. Lucky me. I always used to tell Jason, hey, you want this? Because they used to come with the Middleton dolls. They used to come with, and they still, I think some of them still do come with Ashton Drake, maybe. I don't know, one of the dolls. But anyway. So yeah, so I got lucky with the mucklucks. Luck with the mucks. um, this is called Ivory Ferrile. Is that how you say it? Ferrile. Wear your way of life. Cozy comfort foam. New and improved. I need glasses. Multi-layer comfort foam bed. Better and longer lasting support. Slip resistant treaded outsole. Fully lined, warm and cozy. Okay. Well, I will give you guys an update and let you know how these work out. I love mucklucks. I usually get like a pair of boots or something during the winter, and then, um, so I never tried this style before, but I'm happy that I tried it. I might have to get another. Might have to get the black color because if this is the only shoe that works for me, you know why? Because it has a nice wide. Like I can't use a narrow, you know, shoe, and I've never been in a wide shoe, but maybe I'm gonna have to start. But this has so much room and give with this material. It's not like constricting to your foot. That's the word I was looking for before. But anyway, so there's my new slippers. Happy I could share them all with you. Okay. You know what? I'm going to put this over here because I don't want to take any chances of my coffee possibly spilling on anything. So they gave me these papers. I'm obviously not going to show you the receipt, but I will tell you they were $29.99. So they also gave us a bunch of, I did order another pair of Skechers, but then when I looked at them again, I'm like, because the price was almost double that, and I'm like, for slippers, no. So I canceled those. So I'm happy that these work. But they gave me like, oh, like I love these cool things, right? This is the time of year when you get all these things in the mail, and they want you to, ooh, this is nice. What are this? This is from Bradford Exchange. Ooh, some nice handbags there. Let's see. We got Mickey Mouse. We got, oh, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Winnie the Pooh, Betty Boop, Cinderella, Snoopy, Footprints in the Sand, Songbirds, Perfect Tales. Wow, they got a lot of different ones. I can look at this later. I don't know what I'm doing, but there's some more on the back. Really cute. Just want to see if there's anything cool in here to share with you guys, you know? Like, why not? This AARP. No, that's for hubby. That's for hubby. And then I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. After I have one tomato in there, a small little tomato. I'm gonna slice it thin, put some sea salt on that, toast up a couple pieces of Italian bread, and put some mayonnaise on it. It'd be so good. All right. Here's some, I don't know, a jacket, a necklace. Oh, that's pretty. And your good fortune elephant. Oh, yeah, this I might need. This I might need. Life alert. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. You know, it's not funny. You know, me and my brother and my sister, we used to laugh at that commercial, okay? So us, it was funny. I don't know. But I think it was the way the lady said it, you know. But little kids, you know, get funny, you know, silly. But as you get older, you're like, shit, I may need one of those, you know. My uncle has one, and it saved his life multiple times because he lives alone, you know. And when you think about it, it's fucking scary, you know. I can never live alone. I can never, ever. So it's either one of my kids are taking me in, or I'm going to the nursing home because I can't live by myself. I mentally would not be able to do it, you know. So this is very useful. I'm going to hold on to this. Actually, I'm going to get one. I'm not kidding. I'm going to get one. Because I always think about that. Like, I'm here sometimes by myself when I used to go to the doctors because they're at school. What if I fall when I'm in the shower? Or what if I'm, you know, all of a sudden my legs give out, or I feel dizzy and I fall, or whatever it may be. You just never know. You know, that's at any age. But I don't know if you qualify. Do you have to? No, I think you just have to be a subscriber, right? I'm gonna call. You just never know. That's great for an emergency. And my husband's gonna be like, "You don't need that right now." And I'm gonna say, "Well, yeah, I think I do. Maybe I do." Like I said, you just never know when you're gonna need. You know, when there's gonna be an emergency. I mean, you just never know. That's why I try to. Honestly, I try to avoid. You know, I make sure I take my shower before he goes. Like, he'll tell me I have a doctor's appointment at whatever 2 o'clock, and I make sure, you know, whatever. Because I don't want to be in a situation when I'm here alone where I might need help, you know? So I try to do that accordingly. Okay, let's go to the Amazon package. So I'm so happy to be here with you again today, guys. This is my happy place. It really is. And I watched some videos. I watched Belinda's, of course. I watched back her video of her opening her McPherson kits, and those are adorable. Can't wait to see those painted. She was making me laugh. There's some people coming into the live saying some silly stuff, but her answers were great. Much nicer than mine would have been. But and I watched somebody else. I don't know. I watched a couple videos this morning, and it was just uplifting and really nice to see. So, okay, first, before we get to the outfit, I ordered a pack of nails, I told you guys. And I like them. I hope that they fit my fingers. These are called these. I always seem to get the classy nails. Classy nails keep calm and stay classy. So it's that like category, I guess, of the kiss nails because they have all different kinds. I tend to like these the best, and I think these will look really cute. I thought they looked closest to white without being white. If that makes any sense. But here they are. So they're just regular, like little short oval nails. I wanted something that looks more natural. Because honestly, the longer nails, I love them. I love the longer nails, but it's just so fucking hard to, I'm always, washing something, cleaning something, scrubbing something, doing something, picking up shit, and it's hard. It gets hard with certain things, and you get things caught under your nails, and you're like and you don't want to touch the babies, and then that's why a lot of times I won't touch babies. If I'm in a cleaning day and things are, I'm like, yeah, you could wear gloves, and I do have plastic gloves too, but I don't know. I'm just doing things all day long, and so I think that a shorter nail will probably be better for me right now. So I wanted to try these. So they're really cute. So I'm sure you will see them on my fingers very soon because this set is just about, although they've lasted a while, they have. And these are the bendy ones like these. Like I can't do, like these are hard. These sparkle ones are a lot harder than the white ones. And the white ones that you can kind of see it's not the right size. It's too big. But these are like bendable, so they kind of, when you put the glue and you put them on, you're kind of like bending them, shaping them to your own nail. So that's why they stay on so well. But the ones that are like this, that's the ones that I was having problems with because they'll just pop off if they're not the right size. If they're not the right shape to your nail, they'll pop off because the glue can't hold to your nail if it's not pliable, right? It's just one shape. It remains rock hard and you can't get it to your nail. I was lucky enough that I found two that were the perfect size for these. But I have other ones I couldn't use because they weren't the right, size. And so what it does is it will initially stick, but the whole middle part of the underneath of the nail doesn't glue down because it can't, because it's too hard. It doesn't fit over your nail. And that's the problem. So these are the more bendable ones. All that for that. Yes. I know you guys love me, right? It wouldn't be the Sandra show, right? Without some shit. Shit show Sandra. Now, I'm drinking my coffee, but Belinda was drinking something last night that I wish I had some. I never heard of that, Belinda, in the, I don't even know if you're watching, but if you are, I've never heard of that seltzer here before. That wine, you said it was like a wine cooler seltzer, I believe, I think. Or maybe there wasn't one, I don't know, maybe it was just a straight up seltzer water, but it looked good. And the way you were holding your wine glass was so, like I said, it was so like, you were so sophisticated, like just sipping on that seltzer and doing your thing. And what's nice about the lives too? What I've realized, when people do lives and you join in, other people come in and talk as well. And so you're talking with new people all the time. And so I subscribed to 4 new channels last night that I didn't even know existed because they were in Belinda's chat. So you get to, experience other people's channels, discover other people's channels that you would have never found otherwise. And so that's what's really nice too, right? Is that you meet new people. And so we were all talking in the chat. There was a couple familiar, people as well, and everybody just was chatting, and it was kind of later, I think, in the US, or at least East Coast. I'm West Coast. I'm in Washington State, so I'm 3 hours behind East Coast. So when it is late over there, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever, let's say 9 o'clock, in New York or Florida or anywhere down there, um, it's 6 o'clock here. So, it's still, earlier on here. So I didn't have to go right away. I was like, okay, I'm here for this. I wanted to join in because I missed the lives. There were quite a few people that were doing lives once upon a time. And then, you know, um, life happens, things change, you go down the highway, you're going down the highway. So let's get back to the package before I get totally off topic and get back to being so emotional. It was so emotional, Sandra. This should make a doll named after me. So emotional, Sandra. Or so sad, Sandra. I like emotional better, but whatever. All right. So, didn't have a lot of money to spend, but I wanted to get Clark something. Okay, something to wear because I got him that little brown little snowsuit thingy. But that's more for winter. It's still, and it's not really like I felt like the color on him, the brown color, it's nice, but I feel like it doesn't complement him as much as maybe a blue color would, right? Because of his eyes. So I found this on Amazon. There was a coupon for $4.72 off. So this is a set from, well, let's just open it and see, right? So it's a set. I believe it's the Children's Place brand, I think. And so when I seen that coupon, usually it's, I think I got it for around, I want to say $12. Because usually it's like $16.99, $17.99, something like that. So I said, yes, let me try it for him. So it's a 3-piece set. So it has the onesie with pants, and then it has a 1-piece snap-up pajama. And so let's do this part first. So this is by, yes, Children's Place Bundles Baby Place. So it is preemie, like I said. It says up to 7 pounds. And look at the ticket price on this for a 3-piece set, guys. That's ridiculous. Oh, you can't. It's backwards. $36.95. I would never, ever. I don't know where they get these prices from. They're starting to charge as much for the clothes as they do for the dolls. Anyway, hubby's in the kitchen. So if you hear noise in there, that is him. And I think he has his headphones on so he can't even hear us. Can you hear us?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I can hear you.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Okay. So, here is the onesie. And it is in a blue, a darker blue, but not navy blue, but not baby blue either. It's kind of somewhere in between. And it says on it, "Love my family." And it has 2 moons and some stars. That's funny because these stars, these 3 right here, that looks like the tattoo on my leg, except my stars are in a turquoise color. And they surround my tattoo that says Jack Preston, my little gem. And I got that when he was like not even a year old. I got that in Florida, actually. But anyway, so yeah, it has like those little stars. But anyway, so Love My Family. That's adorable. And that's a preemie onesie. And I'm pretty sure that'll fit him good. Now, do I wash that first? I don't know. We'll see. And then these are the pants that go with. They are footed pants. So they have the feet. And then they are stripes. Blue and gray. And then white and, well, 2 different blues. So a turquoise blue. Very cute. And they have the feet. It's cute. I really like to have the silicone feet out so that we could squish them, but it's still okay. I hope this fits because this to me looks bigger than a preemie, but it's saying up to 7 pounds, so it's preemie. But we'll see. I maybe wash to shrink. I'm gonna try it on before that, and then this is before I wash it. I mean, and dry it, to see if it fits now. Because if it's bigger now, then I know I got to wash it to try and shrink it. But if it just fits or it's snug, then obviously I'm not going to wash it, you know, or dry it, whatever. This is adorable too. But again, up to 7 pounds. This looks pretty big. This looks like more newborn size or even bigger. This is weird. The sizing is weird. This definitely has to go shrink. But it is adorable. It's a snap up footed sleeper. So love the snaps. And then it's like I would say a grayish background. And then it has the moon. There's purple. Blue. Oh, these must be like the space planets, maybe? Is that maybe? The moon, the stars. Yeah, probably planets. Really cute. I mean, it has a hint of yellow in it with the stars, which is fine. He could wear this for Dancing with the Stars night. So that is really cute. This is a really cute set for $12 for all 3 pieces. I think that was a good deal. And it's a good brand. You know, it's not a cheapo brand by any means. So, I think that's adorable. And if anybody's interested, I believe it's still on sale. It's like they have a coupon that you check. Like, it says the regular price, but then when you click on the item, it'll show you a little yellow box and it says coupon for $4.72. You just check that and, you know, it gives you the sale. So if anybody's interested, I think they might have a girl version of this set. Not 100% sure on that. You would have to check that out and look. But I'm probably going to have to wash. I mean, this for sure, because this is way, way big. The pants, I mean, we could try the pants on him right now. He's a little sticky. I think the onesie will fit now, but I think I'm going to just wash everything together. And then, so let's try this on him. Hold on, let me get Clark. All right, so we got Clark here. And we're going to try the pants on him. And then, what time is it?
2:15.
Oh, wow. Okay, so they're going to be home soon. Okay, so I just want to try this on him, and then I guess we will go, or, what is today? Well, you guys all know anyway that whoever wins the giveaway, I'm going to send it out on the 1st. So I guess it doesn't matter if I wait to pick a winner or just pick it now. Just know that your prize will go out on the 1st of October. So maybe we'll just go ahead and draw. What do you guys think? Should we go ahead and draw? We might as well. And then this way I can kind of get a feel for what I'm going to send the person that wins. Okay. Let's see, Clark. Maybe Clark could pick a winner for us. Okay, so they do fit. I'm glad they fit. Okay. They're a little big, so I think, but it is cute. I mean, I would have to roll these up. So I think I'm going to, you know, I'm going to wash it and dry it. Because see, it'll shrink up a little bit. That's cute though. So, he's adorable. So I will wash those. So, you want to pick a winner? Yeah, let's just go ahead and pick the winner for the giveaway. Let's do that. Okay, so here I have the bag of numbers. I have the name, like I said. Oh, wait, let me make sure everybody's numbers stay in there. Yeah, because there was one more in there, right? Okay, so here is the name of everybody. You know what? I'm going to put Clark down 1 second. Sorry, he was just too heavy to hold while I'm doing this. So I have everybody's name here on the paper. And of course you can't see it because it's backwards. But if you could, usually, sometimes, no, you're not going to be able to see through there. Okay, I'm just going to read off the names real quick before I pick a number. So this is for the 80s giveaway. And these entries were from, God, I don't know, a month or maybe more ago, and I never picked the winner because I was having some emotional issues and I wasn't making videos for a while. So, but anyway, I'm, you know, gonna pick the winner now. Prize will go out on October 1st. It was for an 80s toy. Strawberry shortcake, rainbow bright, something like that. So, it's, it's not like set in stone what it's going to be. But we'll work it out, whoever wins, okay? So, these are your numbers. Number 1 is Maribeth's Little Angels. Number 2 is Sherry. Number 3 is Tracy Bridges. Number 4, Suzanne Goodwin. Number 5 is Noodlebugs Reborns. Number 6 is Alicia with Padme Padawan. Number 7 is April Hot. Number 8 is Susan's Reborn Nursery. Number 9 is Eileen Matthews. Number 10 was Hope Klein Schmidt. Number 11 was Amanda with Wawa's Angels. Number 12 was Christina with Cuddles by Christina. And number 13 was added on Liberty Lane 9915. So those are your numbers. And I'm going to pick a number from the bag. And let's see who is going to win that 80s prize. Oh, so exciting. All right, let me see. I'm just going to pick one. All right, here we go. And okay. All right, I got one. I think I got one. I got one. Okay. So let's see what number we have. And it is number 12. Well, you guys see it backwards. It's backwards, but it's number 12. Let's see who's number 12. Christina! Christina, you won! You won the giveaway. Woo! Christina always wins giveaways. What is with you? Have like the best of luck. So, congratulations, Christina. You won the 80s giveaway. Woo! I can't even say my voice. Oh my God. Girl, you are one lucky girl. You really are. You win a lot of giveaways for you just have the luck with you. You have the luck. But congratulations and text me. Okay, guys, so that was the 80s giveaway. And thank you for everybody that entered. We're going to do like a holiday giveaway, and I have some fun ideas, fun plans coming up. And stay tuned for that, for a chance to, win more stuff, more giveaways. I'm thinking for Christmas of doing a couple different types of giveaways. Like usually when somebody wins a giveaway, I send it direct from Amazon, the prize. But for the holidays, I'm thinking to do maybe one like that, but then do a giveaway for a Christmas surprise box opening that I would make here, order things, wrap them, make a nice Christmas type box opening with the ribbons and wrappings and candy and all that kind of stuff. And then mail it directly to you. The reason I don't do that often is because shipping costs are so high. And sometimes it doesn't add up to what's in the box to have to pay that much shipping. But I think for the holidays, I'm going to do that. And use like a medium flat rate, which is still $20, but it's worth it for the holidays, to do a nice wrapped holiday giveaway. Because around the holidays, not everybody has family around. Not everybody has, children still, or their parents, or whoever. A lot of people spend the holidays alone. Some people, don't get presents from anybody. I mean, hell, I don't really either. That's why, I'm doing an exchange with a friend for the holidays. So, it's just nice to, receive a package, or just get a gift, from whoever, And I wish I was rich. I wish I would send everybody something for the holidays. That's just how I am. So I'm gonna do what I can and make it special for someone, for one of you out there. So we'll do that for a holiday giveaway, and then I'll do, like I said, like something probably direct from Amazon. So we're gonna do a couple things. Have a couple. I'm thinking of some kind of trivia's games. Oh, also something else I'm working on that I don't want to say. I don't want to say. But it's going to be something new introduced once a month to my channel. That's going to be fun. And also thinking of doing for the holidays a collab with Christina. We had talked about this before. And just doing, just to talk and stuff. And then maybe like around the holidays, so it's more exciting. So all that coming up, okay, in the next couple months. And I don't know what kind of box openings I'm going to have in the future. I know I'm going to get another silicone, have that one in the cart. Don't know when I'm going to get that though. Also would love an awake artist reborn. So we'll see how that pans out. And then just other little stuff here and there, and happiness everywhere. So come back to Sandra's Corner. No, it's not the corner. Well, I am in the corner, but nobody puts baby in the corner. And yes, that is one of my favorite movies, Dirty Dancing. Although I haven't watched it in forever. I should watch it. Can't watch it with kids around. And then, Wizard of Oz is always my favorite movie. That is number one. Wizard of Oz. Grew up on Wizard of Oz. That will always stay number one no matter what. And then close to that, coming in second, is the Titanic. Love the Titanic. That's where I got my first son's name from, Jack. That, and also coming in third is the first Pirates of the Caribbean, The Black Pearl. So those are like my top three favorite movies, aside from holiday movies. Because then I have, of course, my favorite holiday movie is Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's my number one. And then, of course, everybody loves Home Alone. And I love Fred Claus. I think that movie is hysterical. Love that movie. I could watch that over and over as well. I love Vince Vaughn, though. Anything that he's in, I love him. So, just the movies. Those movies are some of my favorites. And Jason is scraping the plate, which he has headphones on, so he is making some really good potted chicken, like in the slow cooker, because we bought a chicken, and and we forgot that the oven. I have to call maintenance again, because now a couple days ago we had the toilet issue. They came and fixed that immediately, probably because they don't want floods downstairs, right? And then the same day after they left, my oven broke. It's like that coil piece that's in the oven. And we had an issue with that last year. And instead of them replacing it, instead of them replacing it, they just put in a new coil. Now this coil's so I think now they need to replace the stove. I mean, that's crazy. My dishwasher has been replaced already since we've been here. My dryer has been replaced. My washer has been replaced, but now the washer's going again. So, but that was like, the new washer was 5 years ago, maybe, about. My dishwasher was just maybe 2 years ago, but we've been here almost 10 years. So things are going to need to be replaced. Now, if I could only get them to replace this fucking rug and the floors. I'm so upset about the floors and the rug. Like, come on, people. 10 years, 5 people, 3 kids going in and out. I mean, come on. But they are really, sticklers about the floors around here. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I'm sorry if you hear my husband in there. He has headphones on, so he doesn't know what kind of noises he's making while he's eating. So anyway, I'm gonna go wash those outfits for Clark and then put those on him. Congratulations to Christina for winning the 80s giveaway. So exciting. What else? I'm gonna put on my new slippers. My teenagers will be home in like 20 minutes. Yeah, and then I'm gonna dress Clark after his clothes are done. And then what else do I have to do? Oh, that's right. I have to call for my life alert. Wait, I'm gonna tell him. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this came with this. This came with this. Little. You know how it comes with all like the things to buy other stuff.
Yeah.
So there was this thing in here for life alert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think I should get one.
Why?
Because sometimes I'm home alone. And what if I have an emergency?
Get it? I think you need it.
Well, I mean, I'm going to need it eventually anyway, so why not now? I don't know how much the subscription is, though. You have to, you have to pay.
If something happens, just call 911.
What if my phone isn't near me and I break my legs?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. What if I trip over a doll and I fall?
Yeah, that
I don't
definitely.
know.
What if one comes alive and gets you?
Yeah. I ask the kids too. I said, what would you do if like all of a sudden Missy came alive and she started just like talking to you and walking or whatever? And I get multiple answers across the board. So I got answers before. Danny's like, well, I would talk to her. And then Ethan's like, I would kick her off the balcony. And I don't know what Jason would do. What would you do if Missy started talking to you? And she's like, hey, Jason. You would scream?
Yeah.
You know what? I ask myself too, and I don't know. I guess when you're in a moment like that, then you would, I guess you would do whatever. I mean, knowing me, I would probably be like, you want a cup of coffee? I'd be like, hey, cool now. I got somebody to hang out with. Got a real friend. I don't know. I think I would be in shock. I would probably be like, just like staring and like, what's my next move? But I don't know. Like I always think of that movie Ted. I love Ted. I love that movie. I think if I wished for my teddy bear to come alive on Christmas Eve and my teddy bear came alive, I would fucking talk to it. I would be just like Ted. I think that would be so cool, really. But then I also watched a really bad teddy bear movie called Imaginary. It wasn't that scary, but, it's supposed to be about a scary teddy bear, I think that was the movie where they pull you in the underworld or something. And there's all these rooms that you got to go through and like all these, scenarios that you got to make it through and know if it's fake or real. And it was a very mind-bending type movie more than horror. But it was based around a teddy bear. But, that's not real. But I just always like to think, well, what if she started talking? What would you do? And because I told the kids, I'm like, when I die, take my ashes because I want to be cremated. I'm not being buried nowhere. You don't put me in the ground. I am not going under the dirt. Okay. Cremate me. And then put my ashes into a doll and keep that doll, and the ashes, I'll be in the doll. And they always say, well, what if you start talking? What if you come to life because you're in the doll? And I said, well, what if I did? What if I started talking? And I said, hey, it's me, Mom. And And Ethan was like, no, fuck no. He's like, I would fucking, he didn't say fuck, I'm saying it. He said, hell no, I would kick you off the balcony. I'm like, why? Why would you do that to me? And he said, because I'm into you. And I said, well, all of a sudden, okay, if after you put the ashes into the doll's body and it starts talking, then yeah, it is me. It's mom, okay? Um, I think Danny said that he would just like play with me or whatever, play dolls or whatever. And I forgot. Jack was probably just like, get out of my room. Teenagers. I ask him all crazy things like that. He's like, just please get out of my room. um, I think as my kids get older too, what I noticed, especially about Jack, my oldest, and I know I talk a lot about Jack. Your firstborn is always something so special because you never had a baby before. That's your first baby, and you have a special attachment, a bond to that baby, to all your children, to all your babies. I'm not, saying, oh, you don't have, but your first one is that newness, right? You've never been a mom before. Um, anyway, off subject here. I've noticed that as he's getting older, he's been getting closer to me. There was like a time where, like, in his teenage years, I feel like the past 3 years or so, that he just wanted to be left alone in his own element with his friends online and whatever, his games and drawing. He loves to draw like art, 3D art on the computer. Um, and I always left him alone because, again, he's an honor student. He gets A's in school. He's very, he respects people and including his parents, which is very important. But he has a different temperament than the other two. I think, of course, all kids are different. They each have their own personality, their own, they're made up of all different things, so it makes them each unique. Each individual is unique. I feel like somebody's by my door. It's locked. Unless it was Amazon. I'm ready for a package. Something else for Christina. Listen, I went a little cuckoo, and I don't know if everything's gonna fit in one box. I'm gonna have to. I showed Jason. He's like, you're gonna have to send that in like 2 boxes. I'm like, fuck. I've been having fun though, Anyway, so I feel like as Jack has gotten older now, 17, he has been like closer to me. Like he'll come over to me and give me a kiss, and hug me, and he'll come over and kiss me on the forehead, and he's very just like more loving towards me, I feel, as he's getting older. I think, and this is mom intuition, I think that it's because he realizes that next year he's an adult. He's no longer a kid. I'm not saying that just because, age is just a number, right? But I think he feels like because he's turning 18 that, it kind of marks the end, I guess, of your childhood, right? And you're going into a different world, right? Moving forward. You're not, you're going to college or going to work, and you're doing other things, and you're not going to see your mom as often as you did. You're not going to be close to her as you once were. And it makes me happy in a way, but it's sad because I know that that's kind of what he's thinking. And of course, I feel like the day he leaves is going to be a devastating moment for me. I'm trying not to think about that right now, because I am a very emotional person, and I don't want to get stuck again in that kind of, space again because I just kind of climbed my way out of that hole. um, so, I'm trying not to think about it, but when he's being more, what's the word I'm looking for? When he's being, I can't think of the freaking word. Just closer, okay? Then I know. Comforting, maybe? Is that the word? I don't know. But you know what I mean. So that's been a little um, emotional for me as well because it's like you're happy that he's getting closer to you, but the reason he's getting closer is because it's coming closer to the end of, that stage, that phase in life. So, um, I'm thinking. Sandra is always thinking. It could be good, could be bad. Just thoughts. Anyway, so I'm gonna go. Thank you all for watching so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, go over if you do not follow Simone on Instagram, please go check out her page. She has a beautiful, beautiful, very high-end dolls that look so realistic, and she poses them in the cutest pictures with the cutest backgrounds and just really beautiful dolls. Go check out her Instagram page. It's 4444 Gizmo. And let me make sure I have the right spelling, Simone. It's 4 fours. So 4444 and then Gizmo. Gizmo. Go follow her page on Instagram, please. She has beautiful dolls and you would be very happy to go and check out her page. So go do that. As always, check out Cuddles by Christina. And again, congratulations, girl. You got the luck of the Irish. Are you Irish? No, I don't think so. I think you're Italian, right? And Spanish, right? I don't think that you have any. I'm Irish. I am Italian, Irish, American, Indian, with a little bit of French and Swedish in there. But I would love to do one of those DNA tests because I would just love, but this is like from what my mom's telling me about my dad's side, and I know that my grandfather was 100% American Indian. I have had pictures of him and also, more than one person. My grandmother knew my mother's in-laws at the time. And anyway, I was real little, so I don't know. But anyway, who knows? I don't know. I could be anything, I guess. Watch, I did it. I'm afraid of getting the DNA test and it comes back 50% bitch. Sorry, I just throw that in there. Make you giggle, make you laugh, right? That's what I'm here to do. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I'm really going to go now. Don't forget to go check out Belinda's babies, too. She's awesome. Who else? Wawa's Angels Nursery. And I always forget somebody. I'm sorry. Becca's Reborn Nursery. Susan's Reborn Nursery. I'm trying to think of the ones I've been watching lately, that just come up. And I know I'm forgetting somebody, so I apologize ahead of time. Shout out to Sherry, hey, and Alicia, hi. I haven't spoken to you in a while, but I hope you're doing well. Sherry makes me laugh. We were emailing each other yesterday for a while, and you make me laugh, girl. You really do. I hope you're doing okay. Send me an email. Anyway, okay, I'm really going. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time on Little Meatballs Nursery. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.